What up, y'all? What's good? Choke No Joke in the building. Got a surprise interview for y'all, man. That's how I popped in. Shout out to everybody that checked out the guard hour this morning. Toast to all the ballers. Shane, what up? All right. Nobody coming live yet. I'm about to do this quick interview real quick with my man Markuann Smith. That's who was just on the line. Tell y'all a little bit about Markuann. When I got to BET in 2005, Markuann was working there as well. On the technical side, you know, me, I was producing Rap City at that time. Markuann was the person that I would go to when my shows was done, and he'd send them over to DC for them to air. You know what I'm saying? But now he's the executive producer on what is it called? The Godfather of Harlem. That's his project. You know, I seen this dude, he had this project way back in 2005 maybe. He shopped it to BET. They slept on him. Like for years, he been trying to get this thing out, but we'll talk about it when he come back in. Y'all get that Hip Hop Nucleus on iTunes and Google Play. I got a big interview that I'm doing next week. I'm not going to tell y'all with who yet, because the last time I announced a big interview with Sway, the Rich Nice hating ass blocked it. So I learned not to be announcing no interviews, so nobody can be putting no calls in to block a fella. So I got a real big interview next week that I'm doing. That's why I haven't been doing no interviews in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I've been saving everything for this one particular show, all right? Don't try to guess, because I'm not going to tell y'all. And it ain't the show that y'all wanted me to do before. It's bigger than that one, all right? On my YouTube channel, I uploaded today me on the panel at the South by Southwest, giving a lot of game. So all y'all that need game about the entertainment industry, not just the music industry, the entertainment industry, y'all go to my YouTube channel, Choke No Joke, Legendary Director, and y'all can see that, you know, it's me, D Woods, and a few other people on there. Also, you know, the Lady May joint is up. The first 5 parts. Next week, I'll give y'all some more of that. And then I'm giving y'all a lot more exclusives for the rest of this month and next month as well. Shout out to Big Boy, Sleepy Brown, and CeeLo. They got a new record out that's a banger. You know, shout out to them. I think that is coming off that new Dungeon Family album. Yes. Thank you. Wow. That looks good. Yeah, I didn't know they was that big. Oh, all right. Well, I feel special. Thank you, brother. Damn, can y'all see this? Let me see if y'all can see this. I don't know how to flip this camera. Oh, wait. Oh, I think Markuann is back. All right. When you back in, Markuann? I was going to show y'all what I'm working with over here. Look at that. Woo, baby. You want to bite? I know you want to bite. Look at them shrimp right there. Look at that shrimp right there. Yo, you can hear me? Markuann, you can hear me? Yo, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Turn your Bluetooth off.
Yo,
There
Choke.
you go. There you go. What's good? What's good?
What's good with you, homie?
Yeah, man, you looking like new money out there.
Huh?
I said you looking like new money out there. Let me put my headset on just to make sure you can hear me clear.
Okay.
Yo, how that
What's
sound?
good with you, homie?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So everybody, let me introduce y'all to Markuann Smith. This is a brother that I met when I was working at BET. That was 2005?
2004.
All right. Well, I got there 2005.
2004.
So, yeah. All right. We met at BET. We've been cool ever since. This is my real homie. Like, he come to my crib, I go to his crib. This ain't no fake industry relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like real homies, real bros. Yeah. And we've been homies ever since. All right? Yeah, you gotta turn that phone off, nigga.
Yeah, it's off. It's off.
All right, cool. All right. So, yo, I've been, I'm letting everybody know, tell everybody where you from, first of all.
Well, I grew up in Harlem, 128 St. Nick, and then I was raised in Far Rockaway, Queens. Last stop on the A train.
Yeah, I know about that. I used to live out in Wave Crest Gardens.
So you know what Far Rockaway is about, the desert.
Yeah, rest in peace, Big Cap. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace, Big Cap.
Yeah,
Alcatraz.
Yeah, that's Alcatraz for real.
Rest in peace, Stack Bundles, Chinks Drugs, Big Cap.
All right. What you call it? So tell people how you got started in the industry.
Well, I actually, my older brother's an artist besides Andre Harrell, Uptown MCA Records. Puffy was our A&R. My older brother's Father MC. And when he got signed, we had a record called Treat 'Em Like They Want to Be Treated, and it debuted on Video Music Box with Ralph McDaniels. The record was fire, and Father really kept the lights on at Uptown at the time because they had other dope artists like Finesse and Quest. Guy was in the mix of everything, but to have like a rapper sell 500,000 units, that was amazing. That was almost like going platinum back in the days. So my first tour was actually with Heavy D, High Five, Truth, Candyman, Second to None, AMG, and Tupac was a good friend of mine. Pac was a roadie for Digital Underground. Tretch was a roadie for Latifah, and I was a roadie for my brother because in order for me to get on the road and travel, they had to formulate a budget for me. So my budget was as a roadie before I became a hype man.
Right. What year was that?
That was like 89, 90. I was about 16 years old. My brother's about 21, 22.
Okay. Was Pac already out, like the solo album yet?
Huh?
I said, was Pac out yet, or was he with Digital Underground at that time?
You're breaking up, brother.
Was Tupac out yet?
You're breaking up.
You hear me now? I'm not breaking up. You breaking up.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, it sounds robotic.
Yeah, that's your Wi-Fi. It ain't me. You see, I'm clear.
Okay, I hear you now. What you said?
I said, was Tupac in Digital Underground at that time, or was he on a solo artist already?
No, Tupac was with Digital at that time. Pac didn't become a solo artist till like the early 90s.
Okay, cool. All right, so then after that, what did you do?
So after that, after my brother got let go from Uptown, after like I think it was the third album, I had to figure it out. So, coming from where I came from, then I went back to the streets and I was just got caught up in a bunch of stuff. And I ended up going away to college to play basketball. I was playing basketball at Sullivan County Community College. And then from Sullivan, I went to Morgan. And after I left Morgan, I graduated. I went over to started working at BET, Black Entertainment Television. That was about in 2001 when BET came from D.C. to New York.
Okay. So that's about the time when me and you ran into each other.
Yeah, we ran into each other about 3 years after I started because I was working at 106 and Park in Harlem at the time.
Right.
Before they came downtown.
Right, and then I got to BET when we was on, what, 57th Street?
Yeah,
11.
57. Yep.
The BMW building.
The BMW building, yep.
Right. So now, for a long time, you had this project. I don't know if it was always titled The Godfather of Harlem, because I just remember your Bumpy Johnson project. Was it always titled that?
No, it was actually it wasn't any title to it, man. So I'll tell you the history about it. You know, Margaret Johnson is like my godmother, and Margaret is no longer here with us right now. And she used to tell me these amazing stories about Harlem back in the days, about walking down 125th Street and seeing James Brown's name on the marquee, or hearing Sam Cooke's voice come out of transistor radio, or seeing Nat King Cole getting a shape up at Sugar Ray Robinson's barbershop. And the stories used to amaze me. So she used to live in Lenox Terrace. I used to come to Lenox Terrace every Sunday and stay with her for a couple of hours, and she would just tell me this wonderful story about her grandfather, because Bumpy was actually her grandfather, but raised her like that was his daughter. So I made her a promise that I would help her bring the story to fruition and tell the real story about who Bumpy Johnson was. You know, because Bumpy was more than a gangster. He was the first African-American that sat down with the mob. He sat down with Lucky Luciano. He sat down with Maya Lansky, Frank Costello, Vito Genovese, Carlo Gambino. He was raised with those guys. And he wasn't just a guy that sold numbers. He was also a thinker, a philosopher. He read Shakespeare. He read Nietzsche. But he did sell heroin. He did put numbers in the community. But I wanted to tell the true story of who Bumpy Johnson was, and I made a promise.
Right. So now I know you done shopped this to BET, Stephen Hill. Like, for years, man, you've been trying to push this project. Like, I've seen so many of our peers turn you down. Man, it's been at least 15 years that you had this project and you never gave up. Why is that?
Because I come from a place where, you know, I come from Far Rockaway, Queens, man. That's one of the worst. It's bad out there, and I'm not bashing Far Rockaway because I'm from Far Rock. I love Far Rock, but where we come from, it's failure is not an option. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a plan B, and I decided that, you know, like, in order to get what you want in life, you got to go for it, man. I always talk to Forrest. Forrest says, you know, if you knock down doors and opportunity doesn't come, you go to Home Depot and get your own lumber and create your own fucking door. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to accomplish that. You know, I don't have no plan B. I'm like, I'd rather chase my passion than chase my pension. So I sat down and I came up with a game plan to formulate it. And, you know, BET wasn't the right place for it to be. You know what I'm saying? They may not have done the work that where I'm at right now. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? So it's always about putting a plan together and putting the right people in perspective to get it done. But it's a long journey, brother. Let me tell you something. A lot of people want success, but they're not ready to eat ramen noodles and tuna fish. They're not ready to take buddy passes when you know you got a meeting at Netflix on Monday and you can't afford a plane ticket and you hoping you can make it on standby. You know, motherfuckers want success, but they're not willing to sleep on somebody's floor if it's no hotel. You know what I mean? So you just always got to look at the bigger picture.
All right, so who was the person that finally gave you that shot, and how did that happen?
Well, actually, a person that's like my uncle, Bernard Alexander, he introduced me to my partner, Jim Atchison. And myself, Jim sat down. I told Jim what I wanted the story to be like, how it was like. And he said, you know what? I believe in this project. Let me come up to New York and meet you. So Jim flew up to New York with his wife and his son. I took him to Lenox Terrace to meet Margaret. Margaret loved meeting Jim. He loved
Yeah, go ahead.
Joanne. He loved their son. And it was crazy. Yeah, I got 3 white people in Lenox Terrace. Huh? Hello?
Yeah, I'm there. Go ahead. Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. I got 3 white people in Lenox Terrace. Yeah, I got 3 people in Lenox Terrace with Margaret Johnson. And Margaret said, you know what? These are the people that are going to help me to bring this story to fruition. So I did a lot of research in the Schomburg Museum in Harlem about who Bumpy Johnson was, his character. I got stories from Margaret. I even had sit-downs with all the OGs in Harlem, like in their 70s and their 80s. And they told me what they remembered about Bumpy, because they were young at the time. Because if Bumpy was still alive, he'd be 100 and something years old. So we sat down, we got the synopsis together, and we built a good package. Then we approached Forrest with it. Forrest looked at it, he observed it, he said, you know what, we need to clean it up a little bit more. So what happened, we went and looked for a good writer. So I went through a lot of people looking for writers, and we met up with Chris Brancato. Chris Brancato was the creator of Narcos. Chris also did Hoodlum. So he brought along his partner, Paul Eckstein, who Bumpy put Paul's grandmother through college. And we sat down, we just formulated a plan, came up with a great script, presented it to Forrest, and Forrest was like, I'm all in.
So, and Hoodlum was also like a Bumpy Johnson story too, right?
Yeah, but see, Hoodlum was about Bumpy Johnson in the Harlem Renaissance era. It talked about him and Dutch Schultz and Madame St. Clair. And you saw those stories before in the Cotton Club. You've seen it, you know, plenty of times. We wanted to tell a story that was totally different, that came from a different perspective. So Chris and I sat down one evening and said, you know what, we want to tell a story that's never been told before. Let's talk about Bumpy coming home from Alcatraz in 1963 and his relationship with Malcolm X and Adam Clayton Powell. Because 1963 Harlem is similar to 2019 America. The Harlem riots is Al Ferguson. Cassius Clay is like Kaepernick, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we were able to get the A story, the B story, and the C story and make it still relevant.
Yeah. So how many episodes are we going to see in this this first season?
The first season is 10 episodes. We're going to talk about a lot of things, from JFK's assassination to Malcolm X being suspended from the Nation of Islam, to Adam Clayton Powell, to the Italians. It's a great story. I mean, we got Chaz Palminteri from Bronx Tale in it. We got Paul Sorvino from Goodfellas. We got Vincent D'Onofrio from Full Metal Jacket and Law and Order. We got Clifton Davis from That's My Mama and Amen. We got Sonia Son, Forrest Whitaker, John Carlo Esposito. We got a great plethora of actors.
Yeah, because like I seen it, man. Like the cast is phenomenal, and I tip my hat to Forrest Whitaker. Like who he played before, I think it was Idi Amin. That was like one of his biggest roles. But I think this one right here, he might get it. What can he get for an Emmy?
An Emmy, a Golden Globe.
I guarantee you, mark my words, I'm predicting it right now. He's going to get an Emmy or Golden Globe award for this right here.